Rostam was a true legend, a super-strong warrior from Persia. He was brave and tough, and nothing scared him. People loved telling stories about him. He kept Persia safe from all its enemies. He was a real hero. Rostam rode a powerful horse named Raksh. Raksh was as famous as Rostam. Together they were impossible to beat. They won lots of battles. They were symbols of Persia's strength and pride. Everyone knew their names. One day a big problem came up. A mean king threatened Persia. Everyone was scared of him. Only Rostam could stop him. Persia's future depended on him. Rostam knew he had to fight. He had to protect his home and his people. With Raksh by his side, he rode towards the enemy. He was determined and brave. Far away, a young warrior was growing up. His name was Sohrab. He was strong and good at fighting. He wanted to find his dad. He had only heard stories about how great his dad was. Sohrab's dad was Rostam, but Sohrab didn't know that. He had never met him. His mum kept it a secret. She wanted to keep Sohrab safe. She knew the world was a dangerous place. Even though his mum told him not to, Sohrab wanted to prove himself. He dreamt of meeting his father. He imagined what it would be like. He wanted to fight alongside him. He went on a journey to find Rostam. Sohrab joined the army that was fighting against Persia. He became a great warrior very quickly. Nobody could beat him in a fight. He never gave up hope of finding his dad. Rostam heard about a great warrior in the enemy army. This warrior was young and strong. People said he was impossible to beat. Rostam wanted to meet this warrior. The two armies faced each other. Everyone was waiting to see what would happen. Someone suggested a challenge. One warrior from each army would fight. The winner would decide who won the war. Rostam accepted the challenge. He always fought. He rode Raksh onto the battlefield. He stood tall and proud, ready to fight. He didn't know what fate had in store for him. Everyone got quiet as Sohrab rode forward. He looked strong and determined. The two warriors circled each other, staring at each other. The fight started with a loud clang. Their swords hit each other hard. They fought with all their might. Every hit was super strong. They fought for hours. Neither one gave up. They fought like a crazy storm. Sohrab, wanting to prove himself, fought really hard. Rostam, tired but strong, fought back. As the sun started to set, both warriors were hurt. But they kept fighting. They fought for honor and because they felt a strange connection they didn't understand. Sohrab hit Rostam hard, knocking him to the ground. Sohrab was about to win. He had beaten the legendary Rostam, but before he could finish the fight, he stopped. He asked Rostam his name. He wanted to know who this strong warrior was. He had never fought anyone so tough. He felt like he knew him somehow. Rostam tricked Sohrab and didn't tell him his name. He was afraid. He told Sohrab he was just a regular soldier. Sohrab believed him. He was so close to finding his dad, but he didn't. He felt happy he won, but also sad. He let Rostam live, not knowing the truth. That night, Rostam thought about the young warrior. Something about Sohrab's fighting, his fierceness, his eyes seemed familiar. He felt like he'd met him before. He remembered a bracelet he gave to Tamina, Sohrab's mother, a long time ago. He suddenly realized who Sohrab was. Could this warrior be his son? Rostam had to know the truth. He had to see the bracelet. He rode through the night, worried and scared. Rostam found Sohrab taking care of his injuries. He showed him the bracelet. He told Sohrab who he really was. His voice was shaky. Sohrab was shocked. The legendary Rostam, his hero, was his father. The man he just fought. The man he let live. Sohrab felt sick. He had fought his own dad. He had won, and now he was dying. His injuries were too serious. He looked at Rostam, sad and confused. Rostam was heartbroken. He held Sohrab as he died. He had found his son only to lose him. He was so sad. He had won so many battles, but this was the worst thing that could happen. He had killed his own son, the son he never knew. He cried loudly. Everyone was sad. Both armies were quiet, watching Rostam's pain. The battle was over, but so many bad things happened. The victory didn't feel good. Rostam went home sad, remembering what happened. Sohrab's death reminded everyone how bad war is and how important it is to talk to each other. It became a story that everyone told, a warning about secrets and fate. Even now, people still tell the story of Rostam and Sohrab. It's a story about family and doing what's right and how sometimes bad things just happen. It reminds us that even heroes can have bad things happen to them, and that sometimes you can't fix broken family ties.